Hey guys, and welcome back to the Peteytown Piranhas, a college football 26 team builder dynasty. In this episode, we're going to be playing for the national championship against number 4 seed Texas, a team that we faced off against earlier this season and unfortunately lost to. But now with everything on the line, hopefully we can get our revenge and take home this national championship to get our back-to-back titles. Taking a look at Texas's roster before we head into the game with that very intimidating 97 overall. You got halfback DeAndre Gano, who's their best player, and it felt like it last time we played as he really hurt us, especially with that 98 speed and 99 acceleration. Then they also have Niles Merriman on defense at strong safety, just very good player, very athletic as you can see. Then there's other safety, Tyler Bacelia is very good as well, 98 speed, 98 acceleration, 96 agility, just athletic freaks back there. Then a big guy I want to highlight is here, Nate Raymond, who's a senior now. He was their quarterback when we played Texas in a playoff game a few seasons ago, and he really hurt us with his legs last game, so we got to watch out for that. But he's a very talented quarterback, and he's going to be tough to deal with. Now it's time to step onto the field for our 4th straight national championship game appearance, and like I said, we're trying to bring home our 2nd in a row, so hope that the Peteytown Piranhas can put their best foot forward and really show Texas that we're the better team. So there's the trophy. We're playing here in, I believe, SoFi Stadium. And there are the Texas Longhorns looking to take home their own national championship. And they got to fight their coach to get through to get onto the field. And their Longhorn is there just absolutely going crazy. And we are waiting for the Peteytown Piranhas to enter. There they are, led by Byron Talib. And our cheerleaders are ready to go, ready to cheer on the squad. And there we are, looking like we're ready to bring home another national title to this program. And we're just excited to get this one underway. First possession of the game belongs to Texas, and they're on a 3rd down and 5. Looking for something over the middle, and Raymond's going to complete that pass for the 1st down. Sending a blitz are the Piranhas, and Raymond's just going to throw over top of it to move the sticks. Play action, Nate Raymond looking for something. He gets it to the outside, and he is going to get a loss of 2 yards. Throwing outside now, and he is going to get taken down, and that's going to be a loss of another yard. 3rd down and 13 for the Longhorns. They are looking for something to exploit here. Nate Raymond dropping back, throwing over the middle, and they are going to find what to exploit there as they found the soft spot. Clean pocket here. Raymond throwing. He's going to find a man open, and he gets past Zach McGarrigle. Sending a blitz, and they pick it up pretty well, but not well enough as Emmanuel Darkwa eventually gets back there to get the sack and put them on a 3rd down and long. 3rd down and 15 for the Longhorns. Empty formation for Nate Raymond. And he is going to look. And he is going to throw one. And it's going to be complete, but we managed to stop him just before the 1st down. Texas will settle for the field goal attempt here as they're going to put this kick up. And it is good. So on their first possession, Texas will take a 3-0 lead. First play for the Piranhas goes out to Alex Payne, and he's got a big play to start off the drive for us. And Elijah Addison's got some room to work with here as he gets it past the 50. Elijah Addison getting this one, and he pushes forward to get the 1st down. Inside the 35, the Piranhas are on a 3rd down and 9. Byron Talib is going to drop back, throw it, and it's going to be open for Alex Payne as he finds that soft spot in Texas's defense. Talib over the middle, John McKillop just making sure he's got that ball for 7 yards. 2nd down and 3 for the Peteytown Piranhas as we open the 2nd quarter. Byron Talib is going to hand this one off to Theo Storm, and he is going to fight his way inside the 5. Byron is going to hand this one to Elijah Addison, and he dives into the end zone to get the touchdown for the Peteytown Piranhas. So Texas opens up with a field goal, and the Peteytown Piranhas respond right back with a touchdown to take the 7-3 lead. 3rd down and 10 for Texas, and they are going to go with a drop back by Nate Raymond. He throws it outside, and he throws it right to Zach Fowler, who makes the interception and gets it onto their 20-yard line. Zach Fowler with a huge play in the early going in this game, and Nate Raymond makes the big mistake there. Byron looking for somebody to spring open, but instead it's going to be a sack for Texas, and that's a big play by their defense. 3rd down and 11 for the Peteytown Piranhas. Byron Talib floating over the middle. That's going to be Dwayne Mentor, and 3 guys are there, but Dwayne fights through them all to get the 1st down. Byron looking for somebody to get open, and he's going to find Theo Storm, and he gets it down to the 1. Byron Talib looking for somebody to spring open. He's going to take it himself, and Byron Talib off the RPO keeps it, and he's going to get a rushing touchdown for us as the Peteytown Piranhas are going to cash in on that interception from Zach Fowler to go up 14-3. After the Byron Talib touchdown, our defense gets a stop, so it's 2nd down and 9, and Byron Talib is going to take the option play, and he is going to run for a big gain as he gets it past their 50-yard line. So last game, Nate Raymond was beating us with read options, and this time it's Byron Talib doing the damage. And an RPO, and it's going to be caught by Dwayne Mentor, who makes a nice play, but there's a flag, and we did something we were not supposed to, as this one is coming back. An eligible man downfield is going to make it a 1st down and 15 for the Piranhas. And Byron's going to drop back and hit Alex Payne over the middle off the trail route and make a juke to get that yardage back. Byron throwing the hitch route over to Andre Dimukeji, who's there. Byron looking for John McKillop, and he makes the tough catch on the slant route. Byron trying to step up in the pocket, but he steps up right into a big hit by Texas for the sack. Byron looking, he's going to find Alex Payne, and Alex Payne is going to fight his way for the 1st down. Byron Talib dropping back, and he's going to float one to the outside, and it is going to be caught in the end zone by John McKillop for the touchdown, and the Peteytown Piranhas are going to go up 21-3 on the Texas Longhorns. Off the RPO, Alex Payne is breaking a couple of tackles and getting 9 yards to start the 2nd half. Out to Alex Payne again on that little isolation RPO we like to run. Over the middle, guess who it is? It's Alex Payne making another catch for a 1st down. Elijah Addison up the middle has plenty of room to work with, and he is going to get taken down by their safeties. And on that play, Texas is going to be called for offside, so we'll just probably accept that and put us on a 2nd and 1. After the penalty, it's 2nd down and 1 for the Piranhas. Byron Talib looking, and he's throwing it to Andre Dimukeji, who gets it to the 21. Byron Talib over the middle has Theo Storm on a little Texas route to get it to the 5-yard line. Byron Talib taking this one himself. He's running into some traffic, and they're going to take him down before he can get in. 3rd down and goal for the Piranhas. And Byron Talib is going to hand this to Elijah Addison, and Elijah Addison's in there again for the Peteytown Piranhas. And we are going to go up 28-3. Just an absolutely wonderful effort by the Piranhas so far in this national championship game. And we got to do everything we can to really finish this one out. Raymond tries a little play action. Over the middle, he's going to hit his receiver nicely. And Gano is going to get this 1st down for Texas. Stepping up, he's going to take off here on the scramble and dive down nicely. And a hitch route is complete, and he runs around Emmanuel Darkwa for 9 yards. Raymond dropping back, and it is going to be incomplete, but they're going to get Zach McGarrigle for pass interference. Handing it off to Gano. He's going to get around the edge, and DeAndre Gano is going to get him all the way to the 3-yard line. Raymond throws the slant, and it sticks to his receiver's hands, and Texas is in the end zone for the first time in this national championship, as they're going to try to claw their way back and make it 28-10. After Texas got their touchdown, they stopped us on a 3-and-out, so they're trying to seize a little momentum as we begin the fourth quarter, and they are going to get a nice completion for 8 yards. 3rd and inches, quarterback sneak time for Nate Raymond as he does that. And he is not going to get the first down. 4th down and inches now for Texas after that surprising stuff of the quarterback sneak. He's going to try a play action, throw the ball, and find a man open, and they're going to get to our 37-yard line. Raymond throws, and his man is open, and we dive for the tackle, but completely whiff on it, and Texas is going to get the huge touchdown there, and they're going to get even closer to us as it's now 28-17. Theo Storm trying to get to the outside, and he will, and Theo Storm is going to get us the first down. Texas is lined up off sides here, so this is a little free play for the Piranhas. That truly fun offsides glitch is going to put us on a 1st down and 5. 4 guys to the left on this formation. And Byron Talib is going to just take it up the middle immediately and get 4 yards. Byron Talib, another carry here. He bounces off a guy, and he's going to get the 1st down. Byron Talib taking this one. He's got a lot of room in the middle of the field, and he slides down inside their red zone. Just the perfect look to run against that. And we're going to get it to the 19. Byron Talib throwing out to Alex Payne, who after the hurry-up was lined up in the backfield, and that's going to get us a 1st down. Here's a read option. Byron Talib fakes them out of their shoes, and Byron Talib is going to get into the end zone again for the Peteytown Piranhas. So after Texas was trying to claw their way back with a couple of touchdowns in a row, Byron Talib calms things down by getting a touchdown to get our lead back to 3 scores, as it's going to be 35-17. Sending a big blitz here, and it's going to get through as Emmanuel Darkwa just plows into Nate Raymond there for the 8-yard loss. After the 1st down sack, it's 3rd down and 15 for Texas. Nate Raymond going to drop back, and it's going to be another sack as Walter Lyles gets in there, and I think they really have to go for it here, even though it's 4th and 21. Score being what it is and the time it is, but Walter Lyles makes a huge play there. And to my surprise, Texas is not going to go for it. It's under 4 minutes left, but it is what it is, as they're going to just punt this one away back to us, and we are going to get a nice return to get it all the way back to their 36. Theo Storm going to get this carry, and he gets through the first wave to get the 1st down. Byron Talib taking this one. It's blocked nicely, and he's going to slide down at the 11. Elijah Addison taking this one, and he sprints through to get 6 yards, or 5 yards. 3rd down and inches here for the Peteytown Piranhas. Byron Talib is going to hand this one off on the stretch. Elijah Addison trying to get around the edge, but he got stopped up there instead. Emmanuel Amador coming in for what looks to be his final kick as a Peteytown Piranha. He's going to put this one up, and it sails on through, so love that for him after he had a bit of a rough game against Texas earlier this season. Seeing him knock that one through is really nice, as it'll probably be the last kick he ever has for us. And the Peteytown Piranhas are going to go up 38-17 and 36 seconds left. And it's going to be a sack for Benjamin Levine. Love seeing our senior guys just making plays to close out this national championship game. 3rd down and 11 for Texas. Nate Raymond dropping back. We're sending pressure. He's hit by Benjamin Levine, and then Emmanuel Darkwa cleans it up. 4th down and 5. He's going to drop back. We send a big blitz. It gets picked up. Nate Raymond's throwing a ball deep. and it is going to be knocked away by Zach McGarrigle. And the Peteytown Piranhas are going to come out in the victory formation, and Byron Talib kneels it down as the final seconds tick off, and your Peteytown Piranhas are back-to-back national champions. Just absolutely fantastic day for them, winning by 3 scores over Texas, getting that sweet, sweet revenge against them after that crazy game earlier this season. I'm just so proud of the Peteytown Piranhas for what they've accomplished this year, and just so many emotions going through here. Alex Payne holding the national championship trophy, rightfully such a big contributor for us. Petey Previtt getting to hold that trophy again, and our fans are going crazy as we realize we're really building a dynasty here now. And Byron Talib is named player of the game. He was so good for us, just making the good passes and using his legs to really do some damage in this one, and just the Peteytown Piranhas finishing off a absolutely wonderful season. Of all the records Alex Payne has broken this season, this one is a big one, as he is now the national career receptions leader. So some numbers from our win against Texas. We got 364 yards to their 309, and 169 rushing yards and 4 scores there, while they had 74 rushing yards. Passing, we had 195 to their 235, and they were 4 of 10 on third down, while we were 3 for 5. And every coach loves to see no turnovers from their team, while we forced Texas into 1. Byron Talib just doing what we needed him to do today, as he had 195 yards and 1 touchdown, no interceptions, and he was sacked twice, and he only had 1 incompletion on the day. Byron Talib was also our leading rusher on the game with 15 carries, 76 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And Theo Storm had 10 for 51, and Elijah Addison had 9 for 42 and 2 touchdowns. And Alex Payne ends his career with us with a big game, as he had 10 catches for 105 yards, while John McKillop had 5 for 34 and a touchdown. Zach Fowler was great out there for us, as he had 12 tackles, while Benjamin Levine had 10. 4 sacks on the day for the Piranhas, as Benjamin Levine, Emmanuel Darkwa, and Walter Lyles each got 1. Then Andre Okoye and Garrison Temple were credited with half a sack each. And in addition to his nice tackle day, Zach Fowler got himself 1 interception that set up a score. And in his final game with us, Manuel Amador hit his only kick, a 21-yarder near the end of the game. In that national championship, Zach Fowler was the best defensive player on the field. And Byron Talib obviously won player of the game, but they gave him the offensive player of the game as well. And in a bit of fun coaching news, we got the CEO pathway unlocked, and I will eventually be going down that pathway, as we got some things in there that I want. And also, big thing is the perk for that one gives you a lot of XP for playoff wins, so definitely want to unlock that. Going over the season stats for our guys, Byron Talib had 4,523 yards, 49 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions. On the ground, Theo Storm had 154 carries, 884 yards, and 7 touchdowns, while Elijah Addison had 99 for 529 and 7 touchdowns. And then Byron Talib, 82 for 164 and 10 rushing touchdowns. Alex Payne finished off pretty much the greatest receiving season we've ever seen in the Peteytown Piranhas. He had 154 catches, 1,633 yards, and 21 touchdowns. And behind him, Dwayne Mentor had 72 for 776 and 10 touchdowns. On defense, Maurice Joy led us in tackles with 138, while Benjamin Levine had 114 and Emmanuel Darkwa had 106. For TFLs, Garrison Temple with 23, Benjamin Levine 21, and Emmanuel Darkwa 20. Nobody had a 10-sack season for the Peteytown Piranhas, but Garrison Temple led us with 9, and Andre Okoye was behind him with 7.5. In the interception department, Zach McGarrigle had 7, while Maurice Joy and Cedric Strenat had 5, then Emmanuel Darkwa and Benjamin Levine each had 4. For defensive touchdowns, Andre Bullitt was the only player with one. Pass deflections, Maurice Joy had 19, while Emmanuel Darkwa had 12. Garrison Temple had a knack for forcing fumbles as he led us with 3. Then you had 1 each for Maurice Joy, Benjamin Levine, Andre Okoye, Walter Lyles, and Danny Gage. Recovering those fumbles were Andre Okoye, Danny Gage, Sean Leonhardt, Andre Bullitt, and Derek Burr. Manuel Amador's had better seasons with us, but he was still pretty solid this year with 18 of 22 field goals and a long of 55. Let's look at some career stats from some notable guys for us. Alex Payne leads as the leading receiver in every category essentially, as he's our career leader in receptions, yards, and touchdowns, and he ended up with 401 receptions, 4,568 yards, and 58 touchdowns, and what was just a remarkable career for him. He had that 1 year where he was injured a little bit, so these numbers could have been even bigger, but just an incredible career for him, and leaving as a 2-time national champion and 3-time John Mackey Award winner. Maurice Joy left a big mark in Peteytown Piranha history with 354 tackles, 42 for a loss, 4 sacks, and 10 interceptions. And then you go over here, he had a defensive touchdown and 30 pass deflections, and he had 2 forced fumbles and 1 recovery. Garrison Temple leaves us with 101 tackles, 55 tackles for a loss, 27.5 sacks. Then you go over and he had 2 pass deflections and 5 forced fumbles and 1 fumble recovery. Then there's Zach McGarrigle, who had 179 tackles, 11 for a loss, and 16 interceptions. Then you move over, he had 2 defensive touchdowns and 16 pass deflections. And of course 1 forced fumble. Manuel Amador concludes his career with us with 96 field goals out of 107 attempts and a long of 60. And of course, Alex Payne becomes the latest Piranha to set a national career record, as he now is the owner of the receptions record with those 401 receptions. In a first for the Peteytown Piranhas, nobody is threatening to transfer, so I think that's just amazing. The only guys that are leaving will be seniors graduating or going on to the NFL. Now that I've added the skill points that I can add to these guys to try to improve their draft position, just going to go over some of these guys leaving. Maurice Joy, just an absolute joy to have on the team, and he's projected to be a first rounder and just fantastic safety for us, played slot corner for us this year and made a lot of plays. Then Zach McGarrigle, just kind of in and out of the lineup. He had some other guys come ahead of him in the transfer portal, but whenever he was on the field, he was making plays. You can see that with those 16 career interceptions. And Andre Bullitt, he was a transfer guy that came over, maybe expecting a little bit more out of him with his athleticism, but he was still a good guy to have on the edge, and he's probably going to go in the first round. Then you had Benjamin Levine. This year, he really was able to take hold of the position after having some absolute legends go before him, and he really made the most of his opportunity this year. And Cedric Stranad, a cornerback that also had a kind of bide his time after coming in as a transfer, but he really made a difference opposite Zach McGarrigle. Emmanuel Darkwa was just an absolute menace for us from the linebacker spot, and he's going to be projected to be in the 4th round. And you got Garrison Temple, who also moved around a little bit on the defensive line, but really made an impact out there. And then Walter Lyles, big guy in the middle, just really anchoring that defensive line. Alex Payne is an absolute legend for the Peteytown Piranhas. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to be good enough to be in the NFL because of this game with the overall ratings and everything. But, I mean, if this were real life, he would be a no doubt about it NFL player. He's just absolutely fantastic for us, and we will miss him dearly. Manuel Amador, another guy who just came in, and I feel like earlier seasons he might have had a chance at the Lou Groza Award, but just wasn't to be, but really enjoyed having him as our kicker. Now we have the official draft results. Our first rounders were Andre Bullitt and Maurice Joy. Then in the second round it was Zach McGarrigle. In the third round, Emmanuel Darkwa and Cedric Stranad. In the 4th round, Benjamin Levine. 5th round, Garrison Temple. 6th round, Eddie Thierry. And then finally the 7th round, John McKillop and Walter Lyles. Taking the initial look at the transfer recruiting board, we still got to get Jalen Jackson, a tight end at a high school, committed, but that shouldn't be too difficult. Then we got old friend Calvin Session in the transfer portal, so seeing if we can bring him back. Strong safety is really the only position we need to get just to fill out the depth chart, and Mafu Lee is looking pretty good with like average athleticism but good zone coverage. On the other side of that is a little more athleticism from Dalton Morris and a little less on the zone coverage but still good, and he does have the robber ability at bronze. The rest of the guys on the board are really just to see if we can add more talent to the team. We're pretty good on the depth chart for the other positions. Right edge Dan Folk jumped out as having some good athleticism, that 93 acceleration standing out. He also has gold quick jump and silver takedown already. Then you got cornerback Trevor Showman, who's got elite athleticism with 96 speed and 98 acceleration and 99 change of direction, 95 agility, so I think he would be a great addition to our cornerback room, and he's also got bronze house call. Shane Thompson is a guy I really want to add on the offensive line because he's got incredible blocking stats already and some good abilities to boot with it. And indeed, we did get Jalen Jackson to commit to us, so that'll be the last high schooler. Michigan State is really fighting us for Calvin Session, and we don't really have his hard sell yet, or not enough information anyway to tell what it could be, so for right now, just putting him on a week 3 visit. On the other hand, for Mafu Lee, we're looking pretty good for him, and especially with that Tier 5 pipeline helping us out. And we have his hard sell already. For Dan Folk, Alabama has jumped out to the early lead, and we have him on a week 3 visit with Calvin, and we also have 2 soft sells trying to figure that out. Might have to bail on Trevor Showman just because we got some teams ahead of us, all with Tier 5 pipelines, and we can't really get his hard sell or soft sell really because there's a few different combinations it could be, so probably just going to leave him alone. For the next week of recruiting, Michigan State's still ahead of us for Calvin Session, but we're hoping that week 3 visit has something to say about that. And we also have him on a double soft sell. Mafu Lee should be committing to us, so we're excited about that. Seeing how things are going good for Mafu, I'm going to take Dalton Morris off of our board. And then for Dan Folk, just hoping the week 3 visit helps out and that this great hard sell helps us out as well. And finally, for guard Shane Thompson, we got the lead over Wisconsin, and we have him on a week 4 visit for some insurance and the double soft sell. And here is that commitment from Mafu Lee. Advancing the week, we got Calvin Session ahead of Michigan State, and we also have his hard sell. Dan Folk, it's come down to a recruiting battle with Ohio State as we just edged ahead of them, and we also have his hard sell, which is not looking very good because of that little glitchy F playing time grade now, so this one might not go our way. And for Shane Thompson, we've really gone ahead of Wisconsin now with this week 4 visit, and we got the hard sell. Calvin Session will be rejoining the Peteytown Piranhas, so we're happy to have him back. And right guard Shane Thompson will be joining us, so very excited to see what he can bring to our offensive line. Unfortunately, Dan Folk did choose Ohio State, so we have that glitchy playing time grade to thank. Looking at these dev traits of the last remaining guys, Jalen Jackson had impact, Mafu Lee has normal, and then Calvin Session we knew had impact, and Shane Thompson has impact. For our recruiting class, we are down here at number 13 because we didn't recruit a lot of guys, but 3 5-stars, 9 4-stars, and 5 3-stars, and those guys have pretty good dev traits as well, especially the high schoolers, so still pretty happy with our recruiting class. A couple notable position changes. Nick Marler is now a tight end, and he becomes a 90 overall, 91 with a tactician boost, and I just couldn't ignore his 91 speed, 94 acceleration there. And some of the guys below him have a little bit of athleticism, but not as much as he does, and I think at 6'1", 200 pounds, he'll do just fine there. Another notable change is that Carlos Sexton is now our Mike linebacker, just a lot of athleticism with his 97 speed, 99 acceleration. I think he's just a perfect fit in the middle, and he's rangy, and he actually changed his archetype to a lurker there, and he boosted up his overall a couple of points, so I just felt like that was the best decision. Quarterback Byron Talib is now a natural 88 overall, 89 with tactician boosts. Got there with boosting his accuracy a little bit and his IQ to 80, but I didn't really want to go too far. Like, his deal breaker isn't the problem, it's just trying to keep him out of the NFL until his senior season. Theo Storm is now a 93 overall. He already had maxed out his quickness, so we got his cap on elusiveness. Then we boosted up his hands a little bit, as well as his route running and IQ. And then for his abilities, he was already at Platinum Shifty, so we put him at Gold Sidestep. We boosted up Elijah Addison a little bit, where he's capped in his elusiveness, and we also got him up to Platinum Shifty. For wide receiver Dwayne Mentor, we've worked on his quickness to max that out, and also his hands and route running. And then for abilities, we got it up to Gold Cutter and Silver Shore Hands. Andre Dimukeji is also maxed out his quickness at 97 speed and 96 acceleration. We also got his hands up a little bit as well as his route running. Then we worked on his elusiveness to help him get some abilities, which we got over here with his Silver Takeoff and Silver Shifty. Nick Rabe worked a lot on his route running, which is almost maxed out, but we got it in a very good place. Then for his abilities, we got him to Silver Cutter. Nick Marler is now a 94 overall tight end, 95 with a tactician boost. We got him maxed out in route running, hands, and quickness. We also boosted up his IQ a little bit and got him a little bronze workhorse just to help a little bit with wear and tear. For Jared Burden, we're trying to keep him around, so we didn't touch his ratings at all. We just touched his abilities. We got him to Gold Pocket Shield, Gold PA Shield, and Silver Wear Down. Moses Dillard took a really nice leap forward as he's at a 95 overall. We maxed out his pass blocking and added some more on the run blocking and IQ fronts. And then we went over and got him Gold Pocket Shield. Looking over at the defensive side of the ball, I wanted to highlight Ross Moore, not because he's one of our highest overall players, but he does have that elite dev, so that's exciting, and he's only a sophomore, but the real exciting thing is that he barely has any caps. He just has one for power and quickness, but everything else is uncapped. So for right now, we got his power moves to 91, and then we got his finesse moves up. We got his run stopping up, and then we gave him Bronze Pocket Disruptor and Bronze Takedown. We got Andre Okoye to a 90 overall after getting to his cap and power moves at 95, and we maxed out his run stopping abilities, so he's going to be a real monster both rushing the passer and stopping the run. And if that weren't enough, we got his Pocket Disruptor to Platinum and his takedown ability to Platinum, so I expect him to have a really big year this season. Carlos Sexton is up to a 93 after a boost to his IQ, and then we got his zone coverage up to 88 and man to 91. And then we got his house call and robber to silver. Our man Sean Leonhardt is up to a 94 overall after getting his quickness up nicely and his pass coverage with zone coverage up to 90. Then we capped out his run stopping abilities and boosted up his IQ. And then for his physical abilities, he already had the platinum wrap up and he also had the platinum blow up, but now he's got platinum hammer as well, so looking forward to him making plays out there for us. Jaden Morrison is a 94 overall corner after we capped out his man coverage and boosted the zone coverage a tick. And then we also got his hands up so that we can go over to the abilities and get him Silver House Call. He's also got Silver Jammer and Silver Blanket Coverage. Freshman Andy Wilkins has taken a huge leap forward as he's an 87 overall and our second best cornerback by rating. And we did that by boosting up his man and zone a little bit, maxing out his quickness, and then we got him to Bronze Quick Jump. Pat Missouri has reached a 91 overall by boosting up his IQ and then hitting his caps and pass coverage and quickness. Then we also got him Silver Knockout. Bruce Tolbert used his elite development to really boost himself up as he's got 88 zone coverage now as well as the man coverage. It's not so much the man coverage as it is the 99 change of direction. Then we maxed out his quickness. And then we also got him Platinum House Call and Gold Robber. Zach Fowler, we're saving up some points as he's gotten to 87 overall, but we got his zone coverage to 90, and then we maxed out his speed. And then for his abilities, we got Platinum Robber. Looking at the end of the offseason here, not really going to encourage any transfers because we are under the 85 player limit, so don't really feel the need to do anything about that. Then the conferences, we're stuck in the SEC because we didn't win it, but that's something we can try for next season. And we could have done it this year, but those losses to Florida and Texas prevented it. And, just hoping the team can rally together and get that accomplishment next season. But overall, I'm just very proud of the Peteytown Piranhas this season. We really just bonded together as a team and ran through the gauntlet in the playoff with flying colors, and just really happy with that. Our opponent in the national championship was Texas, because we got that chance to really overcome and get some revenge on them, and we did it. So very proud of the team, and just looking forward to what we can do next season again in the SEC. Hopefully we can win it, like I said, and just continue to build this program up. I'll see you guys in the next video.